Thank you. Almost 20 years ago, I was asked to chaperone a church youth retreat. This is where all the teenagers go to a camp for a weekend and bond. And this is not my kind of thing at all. Back then, I didn't have my own teenagers. I didn't know anybody else's teenagers, and I didn't really want to know any teenagers. And they said, well, you're just a chaperone. We have advisors. We have people. You can just hang out and watch. We just need extra adults. And I said, sure, okay. So Friday night I get there, and it's just like they said. There's a campfire. I just sort of stand around. I eat marshmallows and listen to other people tell stories. It's nice. The next day, we break up into groups, and they say, you go with the 8th and 7th graders to the high ropes course. And I didn't know what that was, but I didn't care. I'm just going to hang out and watch. And off we go, and there's a real advisor and a safety guy who's got all these harnesses and stuff. And the first thing there is this, we're out in the field, this gigantic telephone pole with handles all the way up to the top. And the guy says, well, you climb up to the top, you stand on the top of the pole, and you jump 6 feet out to grab a trapeze that's out there. And I'm going, oh yeah, right, nobody's doing this. But he's very serious about it, and he's got all these harnesses, and he hands them out, and he gives the first one to me, and I think, I'm just here to watch. But he's not listening to me, he's giving them out to everybody else. And then he comes back to me, and he starts to use me as the model to show how these are put on. And I'm saying, I'm just a chaperone, I'm just watching. And he's using his outside voice to tell everyone else this is how it's done. He's not listening to me at all. And then he goes and checks everybody else's, and he comes back to me, and he says, okay, you're first. And he walks me over, and I say, no, I'm just here, I'm just watching. And he's clipping the rope, the safety rope on my harness, and he says, I gotta have an adult do this first. If you chicken out, half the kids won't do it. And I'm not afraid of heights, so I can't honestly back out like that. I gotta do it. So I get to the pole, and it's just like climbing a big ladder. It's not so bad. You don't look down. You just keep going until you get to the top, where you got your hands on the top of the pole, and you're still climbing up, and you're squishing yourself until your knees and your hands are there. And now the scary part. You have to stand up and take those last 2 steps and put your feet on top of a foam pole. It's like the size of a dinner plate, smaller, really. And I said, I do it. It takes me 30 seconds. It's a force of will. Just do it. And I'm up there, and I said I'm not afraid of heights, but that's here. My legs are afraid of heights, and they're doing this constantly. They won't stop. They're like 2 squirrels in a box looking for a way out of this situation. And I don't know what to do. I can't make them stop, and I'm just shaking, and I hear from down below, jump, jump. And I remember I'm supposed to jump for a trapeze. And I say remember because my glasses are down there, and I can't see it. And now I'm doing this, and I'm squinting, and I can see it, and I crouch down, and I do it. And I hit, it's like in the movies where the hero jumps across a building, I hit the bar here, and I slide. And just like in the movies, my hands are 2 iron clamps, and they grab that bar. And I am hanging there, eyes closed, heart beating like crazy, and I'm just gonna hang there with my eyes closed until they lower me down. And they're cheering, and then it gets quiet, and I hear, let go. And I look around, and that bar is not going anywhere. I have to let go, and the safety rope, which is on my back, invisible and slack, so I can't feel it, will catch me, and they'll lower it. Well, I can't. I can't. And he says, let go. And I say, I'm letting go, I'm letting go. Let go with your hands. Let go with your... And you think I'm fooling around, but this is what your body really does when you're trying to tell it to do something it knows it should not do. And so I'm back like this, and finally I scream and let go. And it's only a millisecond. It's only 3 feet or 2 feet, I scream for a lot longer than a millisecond. and they lower me down. And the adrenaline, I'm sweating, but there are high fives, backslapping, hugs, cheers. And in that moment, a lot of stuff changed. I went to both extra high rope things. I was not only back at youth retreats for many years after that, but I never said, I'm just here to watch, ever again. I was there to live.
Good, everybody.